JB, obviously tough to win games in the NBA when you're without three of your starters, as you guys are right now. What's it kind of say about the rest of this group that they're able to come together on a night like this and perform the way they did?
I think that's what we've been stressing. This isn't going to be a one-person kind of lift us up. When your back's against the wall, you're down bodies, the only way you come out on top is if you do it together. And I thought our guys have, done a phenomenal job of just picking up the slack. I thought we did a great job of sharing the basketball, defensively trying to protect each other, especially in that fourth quarter. I thought we were really good defensively. It speaks to the character of these guys and their willingness to sacrifice for the greater good.
Sam had 19 on Monday night, which was a career high for him, and then 27 tonight on 8 made three-pointers. How cool is it to see a developmental story like that really just take hold of an opportunity?
Again, it just speaks to the work that he puts in every single day. This isn't something that just happened overnight. You watch him work tirelessly every single day, and he works at game speed, so these reps aren't new to him. This is what the NBA is about. It's about making dreams come true. He's worked his tail off, and he's definitely making his dream come true.
Ethan Sand, Cleveland.com. Coach, a couple weeks ago, you were shooting 33s a game. Now you're up to shooting 40 in the last couple, 50 tonight. What has been that change that you have seen the need for? Obviously you're missing some pieces, so offensively you have to make some adjustments, playing a little bit more the analytics game, and paying attention to your shot types a little bit more, understanding the value of the three-point shot, and obviously the guys that are taking them and how we're creating them. They're not a lot of just one-on-one pull-ups. It's a lot of ball movement and sharing the game and creating for one another. 34 assists on 45 made field goals is big time. And, that means everybody's involved. That means everybody's sharing it. You look at it, everybody who played had an assist. Again, that's kind of what we need to do, and the guys are taking to it. And you're talking about Craig Porter Jr. being ready. Stepping up for Donovan tonight because of the illness. What have you seen from him, especially tonight with being on triple-double watch?
He's just, really, really mature and understands the game at a high level. And he does things that, most guards, typically can't do. He rebounds the ball in traffic. He gets deflections. He blocks shots. He just plays much bigger than his size. So, but again, it's a poise and understanding of who he is, and then going out and playing with confidence and his teammates' trust.
Sam Amico, Hoopswire. Coach, how much of this from the guys who don't play regularly do you see in practice, and do you think it helps quite a bit?
Yeah, we know we have depth. We just have worked to get to it, and obviously the injuries kind of force your hand a little bit. But who these guys are. And I give our front office a ton of credit for being able to find diamonds in the rough, so to speak. To be able to find the Dean Wades of the worlds, the Sams of the worlds. The Craig Porters of the world, where they weren't highly touted or drafted even, but understanding their talent level and going out and getting them on a deal.
Spencer Davies, Cavs Insider. How important is it? I know you guys shot that many threes, but it's easy to kind of fall into that game sometimes. How important was it for Karras to establish that paint presence again there in the fourth, especially when things started to get tight?
That was our goal. Our goal was, again, to focus on shot quality and efficiency. And we talked about it, before the game, that we wanted to be aggressive to the rim, and find the threes when we could. And I think, at the end of the game, when the game's on the line, you have to be attack-minded, and you can't settle for, what might be first. And I thought Karras did a great job of attacking the paint and putting pressure on the rim, drawing fouls and scoring for us.
And then going Going back to Craig, you were talking about his rebounding in traffic. It's not often you see that, and you see him leading the game in blocks. You know, like, can you just speak to the uniqueness of that?
I mean, it is. It's odd. You know, he did it in college. He did it in junior college. You know, it's his history. He's got a, you know, uncanny ability to just find the ball. You know, a lot of times people think they've beat him, and you know, somehow, some way, he's there to challenge it, contest it, and block it. So it's extremely unique, and it's something you don't see often. But you know, it works, and it's something that's continued to work. You know, at all levels he's played.
Chris. Hey, J.B.
What's up, Chris?
We've seen improbable stories in the NBA throughout the course of history. How do you explain what we're seeing from Sam right now?
I mean, it's the work. And it's the preparation. You know, it's a guy who is so committed to being successful that, you know, there are no excuses and no reasons why not. I mean, and it's rewarding to see a guy who, you know, puts in that time. And, you know, you think about, you know, all of us, right, your dreams and what your commitment level is to your dream. And he exceeds that because he wants it so bad that he's willing to do whatever it takes at any hour of the day and at any lengths to make it happen. And, you know what I mean? Like, that's the great part about the NBA is being able to participate in those moments and witness it firsthand. But again, it comes down to his work, his grit, his desire, you know, and it's just an awesome story.
What were your conversations with him like early in the season when he wasn't getting the opportunities that he wanted to get?
I mean, he and I sat down. He actually, you know, reached out and wanted to have a conversation about, you know, just what he can be doing to continue to prepare himself for his moment. You know, and our conversation was that his time was going to come. And, you know, that we believed in him and his talent. And it just so happened it was right after a game where he was scheduled to play, but one of his teammates got hot. And so the rotation kind of shifted because one of the guys was going. But, you know, we know what he's capable of. And, again, just be ready because the time is coming, and it always does. In an 82-game season, everybody gets an opportunity, and it's a matter of what you do with it.
Last one, Jackson.
Jackson Flickinger right down Euclid. How does Sam's off-ball movement just open up the entire half-court offense?
Well, I mean, it takes eyes off of whatever's happening where the ball is, you know, and it's getting to a point where it's not just 4 eyes. You know, sometimes it's 6 to 8 eyes. And then, you know, guys are so concerned that slips happen. You get easy opportunities at the rim. Now, guy with the ball can drive and attack and play in space, and it's a one-on-one situation. So it just opens the floor up, and it opens the game up for everybody.